Stella, P6 Prelim paper 1 for 2024. Question 1, in which of the following numbers does the digit 5 appear in the 10,000s place? Okay, for the four options here, 5 in the 10,000s place. 10,000s place will be here. Okay, so 10,000s place will be the last one, option 4. Which of the following fractions is equal to 5 and 6 over 7? So we change the mixed number into improper fraction. So 5 wholes will be 5 times 7, 37 sevenths. 35 sevenths. Then add the 6 will be 41. There are 41 sevenths in 5 and 6 over 7. Okay, so answer option 4. What is the likely length of a public bus? So we're going to eliminate 1.2 cm, that's way too short. 1.2 km, that's too long. That's too long for a bus. Now, between 12 and 120 meters, 120 meters is like running one side of a normal track. So that is too long, so 12 meters. Okay, so answer option 2. Question 4, round 3.456 to 2 decimal place. 3.456 is 3 decimal places. If you want to round it to 2 decimal places, this is the second decimal place. You have to look at the number behind, which is a 6. So we're going to round it up. Okay, 5 and above, you round it up. So this would be 3.46. Instead of a 5, it's a 6. So answer option 3. Next, question 5, diagram below not drawn to scale shows the length of a pencil. What is the length of the pencil? If we take the end minus the start, this is 9.3. And here we have 1.5. Okay, so 9.3 minus 1.5 get 7.8. So answer option 2. Question 6, arrange the following lengths from the shortest to the longest. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to convert everything into meters. This is 10 meters, 50 cm, which is 1 meter is 100 cm. So this is 10.5. Okay, 50 cm is 0.5 meter. Then the second one, 100 cm is a meter. So in meters, it will be 105. So now we compare. The shortest one will be between this 10.5 and 10.05. 10.05 is smaller. Okay, so 10.5 can be written as 10.50 as well. So if you compare, this would be the smallest, then the biggest one would be 105 meters. Okay, so starting with the shortest one, 10.05 meters, so option 1. Okay, then check that the order is correct. So the longest one, 10,500 cm, it's over here, the last one. So answer option 1 is correct. Question 7, figure is made up of identical triangles. What percentage is shaded? Now, if you count the number of shaded triangles, you would get 15. If you count the total number of triangles, you would get 25. So in percentage, it will be 15 over 25 times 100%. Okay, because this is paper 1, no calculators. Or you can change the denominator to 100. That's fine as well. So, or you can cancel this, divide by 25, which is 4. 4 times 15, 60%. Okay, so the other way, as I've mentioned, you can change it to over 100. So you times 4. Then this would give you 60% as well. So answer option 4. Question 8. In the diagram below, A, B, C, D, and E, F are straight lines. AB is parallel to CD. So which one is false? Okay, I'll show you all the equal angles first. So firstly, we have P and R. These two are equal because vertically opposite angles. Then we have P and S. These are your corresponding angles. Okay, P and S. Uh, Q and S add up to 180. P and Q also add up to 180. Okay, but Q is not the same as the rest. Okay, P plus Q is 180. This is correct, but we are looking for the false one. So this is correct. This is true. Q equals to R, yes. P equals to S, yes. Q and S, oh, wait, sorry. Oh, sorry, Q and R. No, no, no. Q and R is wrong. Okay, Q and S, 180, yes. Q and R, they add up to 180. Okay, these two on a straight line add up to 180. They're not equal. So false would be the second one. Okay, now we have a pie chart. Pie chart shows the favorite colors of a group of students. Which is the least favorite color, the smallest one, right? So answer option 3, green. Next, also related to the pie chart, which paragraph shows correctly the choices of the student's favorite color? Okay, the easiest to do is to identify the lowest and highest first, the minimum and maximum. I mean the least and the most. So that's green and blue. Just check your graph. Green and blue, green and blue, green and blue, green and blue. Okay, that doesn't eliminate anything. Next, we look at this pie chart again. Blue. Let's look at blue and red. Blue is more than 180 degrees, so it's more than double of red. Okay, so whatever red is, blue has to be more than double. So with that, blue is more than double. Okay, blue is not more than double, so this is wrong. Blue is exactly double, so wrong. It has to be more than double. So this is more than double as well. So between 1 and 4. Now, let's look at the difference between 1 and 4. For 1 and 4, the fourth one, green, is the same as yellow. But if you look at the pie chart, green is not the same as yellow. Okay, green has to be the smallest. So this is out. Okay, sorry, we could have eliminated this because earlier on we said that green is the lowest, right? But over here, green and yellow is the lowest. So this is wrong. Okay, so answer option 1. Next, which of the expressions is the greatest? So let's work them out. First one, you have plus, times, and minus. Do the multiplication first. 4 plus 6 minus 1. Okay, then 4 plus 6 first, which is 10. 10 minus 1, 9. Next one, do the bracket first. 4 plus 3 times 1. Then next, do multiplication first. So 4 plus 3, that's 7. Brackets first. 7 times 2 minus 1. Then multiplication first. That's 14. 14 minus 1 is 13. Okay, next one, do the bracket first, but within the bracket, you have multiplication. So you do that first. Okay, so 4 plus 6, then minus 1. 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9. So which one is the greatest? Option 3. There were 60 red, sorry, there were 60 blue and 60 red chairs in a hall. More red chairs were added in the hall and the percentage of red increased to 60%. How many red chairs were there in the hall in the end? Okay, let's do before change after. Blue 60, red 60. Then there is a change, more red are added. So red last question mark. In the end, percentage of red increased to 60%. Okay, so this is 60. Blue is 40. So your total is 100%. Simplify 2 to 3. What doesn't change? The red changed, the blue didn't change. So whatever blue is, the 2 units, that's equals to 60. Then we find 1 unit, which is 30. How many red chairs were there in the hall in the end? That's 3 units. So 3 times 30. 90. So answer 2. Figure below is made up of a square and 4 identical semicircles. Perimeter of the figure is 16 pi. What is the perimeter of the square? Okay, 16 pi is the perimeter of the whole thing, and the whole figure is made up of the arcs of 4 semicircles, which gives us 2 circles. Okay, so the circumference of 1 circle would be 16 pi divided by 2, because 16 pi is the circumference of 2 circles, 4 semicircles, which is 2 circles. 8 pi. So as we know, the formula for circumference is pi times diameter. So pi times diameter gives us 8 pi. And you divide pi on both sides. So diameter is actually 8 cm. So this is 8. So the perimeter of the square would be 8 times 4. Okay, answer option 3, 32 cm. Question 14, pattern below is made up of the letters H, M, P, and S. Which letter is in the 123rd position? So if you look at the pattern, it actually repeats this manner. M, S, H, S, P. So every group you have 5 letters. So if you want the 123rd position, divide this by 5 to find how many groups there are and whether there's a remainder. Okay, so here your remainder should be a 3. When there's a remainder of 3, it means remainder 1, remainder 2, remainder 3. The very last letter that we have is letter H. Here's option 1. Question 15. Shapes are drawn on a square grids. On square grids, which of the following is true? Okay, so A and B have the same perimeter. This is the same as this. This is the same as this. And then we have this part here, which is the same as this. Then this part here, which is the same as this. So do they have the same perimeter? Yes, let's check the rest first. A and B have the same area. No, they don't have the same area. B is actually smaller. B is missing 3 squares. So no, not true. C and D have the same area. If you count the squares, C has 6 in total. D would be 1. And then these two, that's 2. These two, that's 3. And then this one, 4. So not the same. Okay, C is 6, D is 4. C has a larger area than B? Yes, because C is 6 and D is 4. So answer option A. Oh, sorry, they do not have the same area what I'm talking about. They do not have, C and D do not have the same area. C is 6, D is 4. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, sorry. The last one, C has a larger area than B, not D. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C is the same as B, so this is wrong. So answer 1. Okay, sorry, misreading there. Question 16. Write 5,050,050 in numerals. So 5 million, then 50,000 and 50. So this is what it looks like. Find the area of the right angled triangle below. So you need to take half times base times height. But your base and height has to be perpendicular. So which two are we taking? We're taking this one and this one. All right, not the 61. So half times 60 times 11. Half of 60 is 30. And 30 times 11 is 330. Question 18. Find angle P. So we have angles at a point. Angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. So we can just take 360 minus 90 minus 40. This will give us 230 degrees. Question 19. A movie started at 11:55 and ended at 14:28. What's the duration of the movie? 11:55, 14:28. Now, let's look at 12 p.m. first. 1200. This will take 5 minutes. Okay, then from 12 o'clock to 14:28, that's 2 hours. Because 12 to 14, 2 hours. Then 0 to 28, so 28 minutes. So 2 hours, 28 minutes plus 5 minutes, 2 hours, 33 minutes. Okay, 2 hours, 33 minutes. Question 20, calculate the average of the following numbers. I have 5 numbers here, so add them up. This will give us 20. If you want the average, you have to take the average. You have to divide it by 5. Not 4. Don't ignore the 0. That's part of the data. So average 4. Question 21, product of two whole numbers is 60. The sum of these two numbers is 19. What is the difference between these two numbers? Okay, so first, product of two whole numbers means something times something gives us 60, which also means that the two numbers here, they are factors of 60. So let's list down factors of 60. 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12. Then lastly, 10 times, 6 times 10. There's no more after that. Anything else, the next one will be 10 times 6, which will be a repeat already. Okay, so all these are possible numbers. Look for the sum. Now let's look at the sum because the two numbers must add up to 19. So first two, this is 61. 2 plus 30, 32. To 20 plus 3, 23. Then there's 19. So this is the one that we want. There are two missing numbers, 4 and 15. What's the difference? Difference would be 15 minus 4. Okay, 22. You have three types of masses A, B, and C balancing on this balances as shown. How many mass A are needed to balance two mass C? So I don't have a direct comparison between A and C, but A is compared with B, B is compared with C. So 3 of A, okay, let's start with C lah, since we want to find 2C. So 1 of C is the same as 3 of B. Then in the first scale, we have 3 of A equals to 2 of B. Now I have 3B, 2B. I want to make it the same. So I change it to a common multiple, 6. Here I need times 2 times 2. So 2 of C is 6 of B. Then the other one, I want 6 of B as well. So I times 3 times 3, which is 9A. Okay, so since this is 6B, 6B, so 2C is actually the same as 9A. How many mass A are needed to balance out? To balance two C's. So answer 9. Okay, because 2C is the same as 9 of A. Question 23, diagram shows two overlapping squares. Find angle A. Angle A is over here. Now for squares, each corner will be 90 degrees. So let's say I want to find this one here. Okay, that would be 90 minus 55, 35. Then you have 90 degrees here as well. So to find angle A, you can just take angles at a point. So 360 minus 90 minus 35. Okay, so 90 is because of this right angle here. And then 35 is because of this angle here. So answer 235 degrees. Question 24, PQST is a parallelogram as shown. You have 75 degrees, 35 degrees. Find the angle SPR, this angle over here. Now, because you have a parallelogram, you see that you have this line cutting through the two parallel lines, and this is your alternate angles. Alternate angles. So if this is 90, it means TPR is 90 degrees. So angle SPR would be 90 minus 35. Okay, answer 55 degrees for question 24. Next, let's look at question 25. After Ali spent 3/5 of his money and Bala spent 4/7 of his money, each of them had $72 left. How much more money did Ali have than Bala at first? Okay, so what the question is saying is that each of them have equal amount left, right? So you can actually use equivalent proportion. When the amount left is the same, we look at the fraction that represents what is left. So for Ali, it is not 3/5 but 2/5. Okay, so 2/5 of Ali is the same as what Bala has in the end as well, which is not 4/7 but 3/7. So in equivalent proportion, you want to make the numerator the same. Okay, so you times 3 to the fraction. So this would be 6/15. Then you times 2 here, this is 6/14. So we can say that 6 units of A is equals to 6 units of B. And we would also know the total of A and B. So A to B would be 15 to 16. 16. No, sorry, 14, not 16. Question said that the amount left is 72. Amount left is this, huh? Whatever is left is the same for both. So the 6 and the 6 is the amount left. So 6 units is 72. 1 unit is 72 divided by 6, which is 12. Next, how much more did Ali have than Bharat? First, we're looking at the difference between 15U and 14U, which is 1U. So actually the answer is 1U, which is $12. Question 26, figure below shows a semicircle with center O. Triangles ABO and OCD, okay, are drawn inside semicircle such that A, B, C, and D are points on the semicircle. OAB is 26. OCD is 72. We are supposed to find angle BOC. Okay, so for if you have center of the circle, right, means that any line that touches the arc to the center would be the radius, and all radius will be the same in the same semicircle. Okay, so these are all equal lines. Then triangle AOB is isosceles triangle. So this would be 26 degrees. Same for OCD, triangle OCD has is an isosceles triangle. So this is also 72 degrees. Now, how is this going to help me find angle BOC? I'm going to find this one and this one, then 180 minus those two. Okay, so first let's find angle BOA. That's 180 minus 26 minus 26. That is 128 degrees. Then we have angle COD. (180 minus 72 minus 72). 36. So BOC, oops. Angles on a straight line, AOD is a straight line. So 180 minus 128 minus 36. To answer 16 degrees. Question 27. Cuboid has a square base. Volume of this cuboid is 576. Find the side of the square base. Okay, so firstly, you want to take the volume, divide by the height to get the base area. So because the base area is a square base, so to find one side of the square base, sorry, 64, you have to square root 64. Okay, or you can write it this way. 64 equals to 8 times 8. So that is one side of the square, 8 cm. Question 28. Alex can paint a room in 3 days. Bernard can paint the same room in 5 days if they work together. How many days do they need to paint the room? Express your answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. Okay, so firstly, we know that we know how many days they can take to finish the job, right? But when you make them work together, right, you need to make the time taken to be the same. So let's find the same time taken, which is 1 day. 1 day first. Okay, let's find out how much they can do in 1 day. So A in 1 day, if she takes 3 days to finish the whole thing, then in 1 day is just 1/3 of it. 1/3 of the room. Bernard, in one day, is 1/5. And when you work together, you can combine what they can do, which is 1/3 plus 1/5. This would be 8/15 of the room. So how long will it take? Will it take for them to paint the room? So you can do this. If you want to find a whole room, this is not the whole room, but this is 8/15 of the room. 8/15 of the room will take them one day. Right? Then you find 1/15 of the room. Eventually, you want to find just one room, which is 15/15. Okay, so from here, we divide by 8. So 1/8 of a day. Then you want a whole room, which is 15 out of 15. So if you take 1/8 times 15, it's 15/8. If you change it to mixed number, this would be 1 and 7/8. Okay, so this is the answer, 1 and 7/8 of a day. I should write this. Question 29. Andrew was supposed to divide a number by 8, however, he made a mistake and divided the number by 6 instead. As a result, the number he obtained was 4 more than the correct answer. What number was Andrew supposed to divide? Okay, so firstly, if you have a number, you can divide that number exactly by 8, right? But instead, he divided it by 6. So we can do, there's a few ways to solve this question. I'm going to show you using multiples. So we know that this number is a multiple of both 8 and 6 because you can divide by 8 as well as 6. Okay, so you do multiples of 6 and 8 first. Now, if you do multiples of 6 and 8, right, you realize the first common multiple is a 24. So if it's a 24, if I divide by 6, I get 4. If I take 24, I divide it by 8, I get a 3. So over here, the difference is not 4, but the difference is 1. Okay, so the first multiple gives you a difference of 1. The second multiple will give you a difference of 2. Third multiple will give you a difference of 4. Fourth multiple will give you a difference of, sorry, the first multiple, which is 24, gives you a difference of 1. Second one gives you a difference of 2. Third one gives you a difference of 3. And the fourth one will give you a difference of 4. So we are looking for the fourth common multiple, for which you don't need to list, but you just take 24 times 4. Okay, if you're not sure if this is the answer, you check. Can do a check. So example 96. 96, if you divide by 8, you get 16. 96 divided by 6, you get 12. And yes, this is a difference of 4. Am I doing it? Okay, sorry. It's the reverse. Should be this. Divide by 6, divide by 8. Okay, so 96 is the answer, the number that he was supposed to divide by. Question 30. Figure below shows a square and a rectangle. Both have the same perimeter. What is the value of x? If they have the same perimeter, then we find perimeter of the square first. That would be easier, which is 24. Now, the perimeter of the rectangle would be 8. X plus 8 plus x. Then add again x plus 8 plus x. That would give us x, 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 x. 4 x's plus 16. Okay, so this 4x plus 16, which is the perimeter of the rectangle, right, is equal to the perimeter of the square of 24. Then you can do your, okay, what makes sense? 4x, right? How much is 4x? 4x would be something plus 16 to give you 24, which means that you have to take 24 minus 16. Which is 8, then you want to find the value of x. So you just take 8 divided by 4. Okay, the answer is 2. Okay, with that, that's the end for this paper, Stella 2024 Prelim Paper 1.